Augmented reality is a two-way street, where you peek through a looking glass of sorts that does not have a passive absorption of information. In technical terms, AAR is the extension of natural auditory environment with virtual audio entities. In this video, we will answer questions like, can earbuds be used to read the mind? What is the promise of wearables earbuds? Stay tuned till the end to discover the answers to these questions. First up, what is AAR? Sound is half of the experience. George Lucas. This quote is not far from the truth though. Sound is often seen as an afterthought, but it is, frankly, one of the keys to reading presence and immersing oneself through life's experiences. Audio augmented reality is when you simply listen and follow the sounds you hear to locate your ringing phone, to find your way around an unknown city, and many more. This form of augmented reality puts the elderly, the visually impaired, and the blind at the forefront. As we all know, visual navigation with a smartphone is a not-so-convenient task. That is, it is a big challenge to the above-listed people. Audio augmented reality was made very easy because when on a bike, you don't need to put your focus on your phone screen. Instead, you have the convenience of concentrating on the road and listening to directions from the audio human voice. Audio augmented reality is hands-free and an effortless activity for the user. Now that we know what AAR means, let's move ahead to understand what audio can do in immersive reality and interactive audio augmented reality. The question going through our minds right now will be, what exactly can audio do other than communication? What is interactive audio augmented reality? What is the difference between AAR and headphones? All this and more will be answered in a moment. Let's go. Next, what can audio do in an immersive experience? Audio can be used as a guide through an experience to give its user ambiance. That is, it helps to bring to the limelight the universe you are creating, while spatial audio grounds its user within an experience because the participant is actively immersed in both worlds. You can detect sound from whatever location it is coming from because our bodies are built so that our brains and internal and external ears all work together to locate where the sound is coming from. Storytellers can also use audio to reinforce the emotional arcs in their AR experience. Audio could also serve as a feedback provider from a participant to anyone he is discussing with. It is the primary tool of communication, even though there is the presence of nonverbal communication. Audio promotes and creates a sense of confidence in its user, encouraging exploration, because when audio is merged with visual components, it helps reinforce information and eradicate mental hurdles. This is mainly because it gives the user a complete picture of the objects or people they are communicating with. Now that we have an insight into what audio entails, let's move on to the next thing on the list. And now, what is interactive audio augmented reality? Interactive audio augmented reality is a situation where storytelling and human relations in participatory performance are stimulated collectively. Spatial audio is a needed entity when talking about AAR because it is a 3D audio technology that creates a more immersive soundscape by using unique head tracking rather than visual tracking for a theater-like experience. That is, it is the process where sounds are made to appear like it is from a real location in space. For example, if you are listening to a barking dog, with the help of spatial audio, it will make the barking dog seem to be behind you or to your right. The major difference between AAR and headphones is that it doesn't produce a sound barrier between the public and private auditory atmosphere. This development was done because people with headphones often could not depict whichever sound was natural from which was not. Up next, in related news, are AirPods really relevant? In the early 1980s, years before the inception of AirPods, there was a company named Walkman that made the first modern wearable tech. This technology allows its users to carry their music wherever they went. That is, he made them mobile. Walkman gave people power over what they listened to, could be music, and what they didn't listen to, your parent. People were given the authority to make and exert maximal control over the soundtrack of their lives. Walkman corrected the noise that the boombox makes. That is, the mistake of a boombox forcing other people around it to listen to it. Walkman made listening a fundamentally personal experience. Earphones are already a huge success in the market. For example, Apple's AirPods had a wireless earbuds brand that sold about 60 million units in 2019 alone. The number was estimated to increase to 85 million last year. Many companies are making smart earbuds with active noise cancellation, AI smart assistants, and much more. Let's dive into the anticipated questions for an answer. And finally, can earbuds be used for mind reading? The fact that most wearables in the market are focused on the lower parts of the human body, like the wrists, means that you can sense what you do with them. For example, with these lower parts wearables, you can sense what you do with your hands, legs, and wrists. However, there is a lot of information and activity passed in the upper part of the body, like your head. You can do a lot of things with your head, like listening to someone talking to you, speaking to your partner, eating, having facial feelings, and so on. But do you know that brain signals can also be sensed from your head? Wow, really? This is maybe what is going on through your head right now. The fun part of earbuds as mind readers is that they don't have to be just an in-ear device. They can be spoken to. This feature can be said to be what brought about Siri, but the My Assistant today was deliberately made to be shallow in speech. Hence, the purpose of the earbuds is to offload most of the things that we constantly stare at our screens for and put into our ears. The research was conducted recently by a man who explored different ways where we can meaningfully consume texts in an audible format. In this group's proof of concept demonstration, multiple paragraphs of an article were read to the listener concurrently. The trick, however, was to use signal processing to make each paragraph sound like it was read from different directions. This method can be likened to listening to different conversations while eating at a restaurant. It became more practical when they tapped on the inertial measurement unit, IMU, on the earbuds so that the listener could raise a particular voice, conversation, just by tilting the head slightly in that direction. Roy Choudhury called it a reading in the acoustic domain project because you only have to look in the direction of your desired conversation, and the other conversations happening around you dim down. The team also found out that using both the microphone and IMU in the earbuds can pick up extremely muted vibrations in the face, such as facial muscles smiling or frowning, or someone chattering his teeth. The fact that minute actions like frowning one's face or sliding your right teeth can be used to execute the command and act as a two-factor authentication for identity confirmation is so sweet. Choudhury and his team are very excited about the possibility of using signal processing technology for map navigation. The only thing you would need to do to navigate yourself from the office, market, airport, or other public place is to follow the voice that says, "Follow me," in the direction you are headed to. Earbuds in the early 1980s were not accepted as much as they are now. This battle is more or less already been won because society has greatly embraced the use of earphones. Regardless, to win the battle completely, the upgrade of the sensors, algorithms, and hardware needs to be done as soon as possible because it is a technological bottleneck that is on our hands and not societal or psychological. Lastly, the promise of earbuds. The potential for wearing computing is considered to be limitless because the stakes against the use of earbuds have been lowered by the nearest minimum, which is a great assurance that there will no longer be an immediate binary outcome. Scientists have said that achieving the audio world of our dreams might not be achieved even after a long period, but that doesn't mean that it won't be readdressed in later years. Scientists' ideas like, "I could detect seizures from my teeth gestures," can transform a product from something ordinary to something fantastic when it is successfully achieved. So there is everything you need to know about augmented reality earbuds. With all of the features listed above, it is worth waiting for. It won't be a surprise to see people going around with the earbuds in the nearest future. Like you and many others, we also can't wait for the not-too-distant future whereby augmented reality earbuds have become a norm among people. Anyways, let us know your opinion in the comment section. Stay cool till next time, folks.